जब बंद हो गया रे, कैसे हो गया रे बंद? कहा गया? खुश हो गया रे बंद। वो डाउनलोड हुआ था आई नया वाला।
Hello, Ton of God. Welcome to the team. मेरा सेकंड आईडी और किसी दे दिया लॉल और किसी को दे दिया लॉल। वो बोला वर्किंग दे देना, मैं कर लूंगा। हाय, वेरी गुड। मैंने तुमको बोला था कि मुझे दे दे भाई, तुमने किसी और को दे दिया। हैं जी? अरे मैं शांत फरामोश गंदे लोग, जात के दुश्मन। सॉरी, जस्ट किडिंग। मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? अच्छा भाई, ये ड्रैगन कब बनेगा वो मैं देखना है और मुझे लेवल अप भी करना है, तो थोड़ा सा क्वेस्ट करके उसके बाद लेट्स गो नेविगेट। ये जिंगलिंग कब मर गया? तुम कल नहीं क्या कमीशन एंड रीसन एंड इवन वी बचे थे, क्या करते देना पड़ा। अच्छा ठीक है, तुम तो मुझे कुछ यूज करने नहीं दोगे, तुमको प्रीमोटिव्स यूज करने नहीं दोगे। वैसे भी मैं यूज नहीं करती। बट मॉमी चाहिए अकाउंट में, यू नो, सारी मॉमी चाहिए। मॉमिज नीड टू बी देयर। चस्का चुस्का के लिए रखा है, चस्का चुस्का कैसा होगा क्या पता। बाकी के लोग किधर है?
That's the limited edition, only 16 slices a day cake! It was so delicious the last time we tried. One slice of cake, please. Someone showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia. Oh, are you here to buy cake too? Wait, that's right. Do you come here often? Usually every day. Every day?
अपूर्व कैसे हो आप?
It's
ठीक
part
हो?
of my daily.
जिंग यून
Then
है।
what if someone? But why would it? Well, oh, the profit.
वहाँ
No,
भी
no,
मॉमी
it's
था, मॉमी था पर नहीं था।
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have these 2 slices are for you? Oh, you know Siegewing? I sure do. She said that humans are creatures that are sad and easy. I've got something else to do, so I'll be going. And there she goes. All right, let's dig in. I'm unsure this cake will be... It's more delicious than what? Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious.
मम्मी हो तो ऐसी हो. तुम आर्चिव में जाओ, ग्रीन एनीमो देखो, मम्मी मिल जाएगा. छी 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 छी.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Ha! You've got some nerve! You just used us to make some quick... Oh, you needn't. It's all right, though. Really? Oh, Paimon... Still, what brings... A friend of ours may... Ah, so you...
जाओ तो नहीं.
So she mentioned me? She said that you're...
नहीं.
Nice. In which... Huh? So your article... Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like... Yeah. Why not? Oh. Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! Ooh, so much to get... Wait, Charlotte. Paimon's still got a question for you. And what's that? If... Just for... Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking
इसका
about, isn't
चब्बी
it?
चब्बी ले गए देखो.
If you're serious... From what I've seen, so in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping... Just think about it. If this Nick... And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write... I'm not a dreamer, but anyway...
जहाँ सब कैरेक्टर दिखता.
That's so not...
दिखता.
Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
कहाँ सब कैरेक्टर दिखता रे?
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty... Paimon's been thinking... If it wasn't Fontaine... No, but... We've always been moving to the next destination. You mean... Still traveling? Huh.
तुम भी तो मम्मी नहीं हो. मम्मी क्या मम्मी मम्मी करे जा रहे हो तुम लोग? मम्मी नहीं हो. मम्मी नाम दिए हो. मैं मम्मी नहीं हूँ. हाँ ये तो है, मेरे बच्चे बच्चे नहीं है.
Feels like you'll grow mold if you... But it's still better... Ah, so the two of you are still here. Wonderful. Oh, you're from the Palais Mermont?
Mommy
Yes,
is
I'm
here.
Isadora.
I am mommy.
Not at all. I'm well... Yes, inside... All right. Well, that lady furring loudly... And before she... The crowd continued. So people have started... I agree. So what happened after... Seeing that the Marisho say Phantom... So... That's right. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. Good. Don't worry. Is that...
अच्छा मुझे फुड़ीना के बारे में बताओ.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know... And...
फुड़ीना नहीं है.
It would be hard...
है ना?
Paimon thinks Furry... Huh. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to...
पाइमन मुंडी टॉप लेफ्ट जाओ, देन आर्चिव क्लिक करो. एनीमो जिंगविन होगा देखो. है?
In that case, there's no...
पाइमन मुंडी टॉप लेफ्ट ऊपर जाओ. पाइमन मुंडी टॉप लेफ्ट ऊपर जाओ. हाँ. अब देन आर्चिव क्लिक करो. आर्चिव क्लिक किया. अब एनीमो जिंगयुंग होगा देखो. ये तो यही दिखा रहा है. उसके साइड वाला क्लिक करो। हाँ, ये 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 ओके। हाँ, ये कैरेक्टर अचीव, अच्छा। क्या नाम है? कैरेक्टर अचीव में जिंग यून, सिंग यून। हम्म, यून जी ने। ये कौन सा कैरेक्टर है? बड़े खतरनाक देखने वाले कैरेक्टर है। ये तो जिंग यान है। क्या है भाई? ये क्या है?
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
कौन सा यार? ये मॉमी नहीं लग रहा है। किस एंगल से मॉमी लग रहा है रे तुमको? अच्छा, बट उतना मॉमी नहीं है जितना मॉमी होना चाहिए। नहीं नहीं, इतना मॉमी वाला कैरेक्टर नहीं है। इसके आगे तो मॉमी वाला कैरेक्टर है ही नहीं। ये थोड़ा ज्यादा ही मॉमी वाला कैरेक्टर है। ये तुम्हारे पास है ना?
Plan on the
तो रुको, थोड़ा क्वेस्ट करने दो भाई।
just died.
कुछ मेल आया है मेरे को। कुछ तो देते नहीं हो
I was watering it
एक
every
अच्छा सा।
day. Ugh, don't tell me I overdid it this time.
शोरफ शेन ही
This
अल्ट्रा मॉमी
place looks deserted.
है। वो
Guess all
देखी
the
है या?
survivors must have
न्यू
evacuated
अकाउंट
already.
खरीदा।
All that's
ये
left
न्यू
here are
अकाउंट भी
signs of
खरीदा ये।
devastation. Could Farina
रखो
really
यार।
be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible. That's Farina, right over there.
Should I just give up? What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Give up, Farina. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry. But what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over? Who
Farina. It's just us.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. What?
Farina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it.
Oh, she's just
Who did that
acting.
uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my
New
enjoyment of the
account
arts.
खरीदा नहीं खरीदा
They even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marche Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them too. Of course not.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they? That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Farina just ran off. Quick, we have to catch up with her.
हे भगवान ये क्या फुरीना को मारने आ रहा है हाइड्रो आर्कन है भाई
This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of the...
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here!
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
हाँ ये फुरीना थोड़ा सा अजीब कैरेक्टर है रिव्यू कर दिया दीदी कर देते ले इसका रिव्यू कर देते हैं लो रुको इसको खत्म होने दो पक 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 पक
No, I mean, I merely gave...
Yep, that...
What's happening?
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Nouvellette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, I hope you're... But the people of Poisson, they've already...
रुको रिव्यू कर देते हैं इसका
It's true.
अकाउंट
I've
होगा
been
इसके पास
investigating
सारा
the
अकाउंट
prophecy
के
for
सारा
hundreds of years.
सारा कैरेक्टर होगा
I
मेरे
once
पास
had
तो
an
सिर्फ कुछ ही
idea
कैरेक्टर है
that we cannot make an enemy of the divine, no matter what we do. Give up. Indeed, fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives. But just now, it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late. Don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken
Lol.
maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all. Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone. A witness. Yes.
रुको
I've
रुको
heard
करते
that
हैं.
you came to Tevat from beyond the
आलोक
stars,
भाई
yes.
ये सिर्फ
In other
कैरेक्टर देख
words,
सकती है,
you
बिल्ड
never
नहीं पता इस
belonged
लड़के
here.
को.
And
इश
if Tevat
खराब
is...
लगा. डिस्कॉर्ड में आके बोल दो इसका बिल्ड के बारे में.
I...
क्या होने वाला है?
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice, the embodiment of justice itself. Does it not strike you as even the least bit absurd to bring the very concept of justice to trial?
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
What?
You would draw your blade against a god?
Uh-oh.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
What the heck is going on?
Huh?
Did I just see an Archon surrender
एक मिनट
to
रुको.
a human?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Farina, what is the meaning of this?
Shh. It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication of surrender.
Looking for excuses again, huh?
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes. You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I, too, am exceedingly disappointed in myself. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve. I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice.
Okay.
This time, I will protect you. Applaud and rejoice. One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclese is now unfolding before your eyes. Mark my
True.
words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine.
Woohoo!
ये अपने बातों से मतलब रिझाता है. अरे रुको रुको रुको. पढ़ रही
How
हूँ.
does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing?
भाई अब शुभम तुम भी मतलब
Didn't
मेरे
she
को
just get forced to stand
यहाँ
trial
नीचा
for
दिखा
her
रहे हो. Your
crimes?
stream is recommended
Also,
to
even
me.
though she's still acting
और एक
super
दिन
dramatic,
आगे एक बार
she
ऐसे
is
चलो.
taking
Nice
this
people bro.
seriously this time, right?
बेइज्जती फील भी
Alright
होने
then.
चाहिए तो bro
Who will
नहीं हो
be
रही है.
my opponent in
अभी
this
तक हाइड्रो
trial?
आर्कन क्वेस्ट
The
कंप्लीट
court asks the
नहीं किया
prosecutor to
आपने.
please take the
ओ ब्रो
stand.
1 महीना भी नहीं हुआ मैं खेल रही हूँ. अरे शी इज न्यू प्लेयर. शी इज अकाउंट यूआईडी नंबर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 1. यार देखो तो पीपल ब्रो. ओह वाह.
Is
that so? Very well. Then please speak.
We are also close to getting blah, 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 blah. Mommy is saying something. Mommy होना चाहिए इसको. ये होने क्या वाला है? पहले तो इसका आईडी देख लूं पहले. हाँ.
Also, please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial begins, just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the opera house as regular audience members, waiting for the people's resentment
मैं ये
against their
देखना
archon has
चाहती हूँ
been
कि
building
कौन
as
आर्कन
more
है
and
रियल
more of the
वाला.
prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger into a flame. Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, when something like that occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself. So, we arranged for a second
Nah.
group to lie in wait there.
So, you mean the ones who scoured the settlement for me were also from the Spina?
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontanian history.
That's right. That house was a magic box rather than someone's
क्या बोल रहे हो?
residence.
फुरेना ही है
As the
आर्कन.
super ultimate
अरे
version of
फुरेना
the
है
setup that I
तो
used when I
वो
first
भागता
performed at
क्यों
the
है?
Opera Epiclese, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Aranias. Its cargo, of course,
नीचे काच को जा.
was an Archon instead
This is
of
not
a
your
human.
work.
My thanks, Farina. Without
B?
your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
You're welcome.
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off. We had to select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and...
अच्छा
So,
मुझे
in
giant
other words,
magic box
The
नहीं
Earth-
सुनना.
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then I can guess Nervilette and Cloran's parts. You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight. Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch.
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept a duel with an Archon without flinching.
अच्छा.
Thank you.
As for you, traveler, I suppose your role
As
was to
for
keep me
you,
distracted
mommy.
with conversation once you found
Call
me
me
in Poisson.
mommy.
You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived onto the stage. Oh? Is that so? Then I suppose
रुको.
I must have missed my final chance.
क्या बोल रहे हो तुम लोग? शुभम ब्रो हाइड्रो आर्कन है
It's
फॉरेन
fine. It
फॉरेन
matters not.
मेरे
What's
फेवरेट
done is
आर्कन
done.
है नाहिदा. अबे
The
सबको
stage
नाहिदा
is
का पागल
already
है.
set,
डायपर
so
पहने
there's no
हुआ एक लड़की.
reason to disappoint the audience.
Two baddies
Let's
coming
see this
on
trial
5.2
through
and
to the
then
very
further
end.
coming in 5.3. New players ओकी वर्ड लगने वाली है. थैंक यू. उसके ऊपर अभी नाहिदा है नेक्स्ट. अरे नाहिदा तो लूंगी भाई. विपुल ब्रो न्यू प्लेयर को माविक नहीं निकालने चाहिए. माविक क्या है?
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According to her, it should speed up the proceedings.
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey, Charlotte!
अरे उसको स्पॉइलर मत
Let
दो.
Paimon see.
अरे मुझे स्पॉइलर मत दो।
We can
ये
refer
मावी
to
कौन है भाई?
this anthology of evidence
माविका
every time
माविका
or
कौन है
once a
भाई?
day. Let's quickly
ये
confirm the
माविका कौन है?
information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, all right?
मुझे भी चाहिए।
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duels you took part in at the opera. According to Monsieur, I nearly lost my awesome. The words of someone as before a Fatui Harbin. This is. I didn't think that you'd wind up getting to the bottom of the case I'd been following all this time. I guess you could also.
हो गया। अब क्या करें? हो गया। पायरो आर्कन को माविका बोलता है।
The prosecution and the defense
हाँ,
are both in
मुझे
position.
पायरो आर्कन का वो माविका चाहिए। उसका बाल देख के मैं पागल हो गई। उसका बाल आग में झुलसता है भाई। मुझे एक अच्छा पायरो चाहिए यार। मेरे पास अच्छा पायरो नहीं है। तो मुझे चाहिए ही चाहिए।
Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking her duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
ना ऑटोमेटिक ऑफ हो
Charge
जाए।
accepted.
सिटो जानिस। Charge accepted. अच्छा।
Lady Farina, do you plead guilty to the charge?
No.
Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
New player.
Even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric, isn't
Game
it going
over.
too far to doubt her very identity?
मैं ले रही हूँ माविका। चलो।
I've never questioned her identity.
मैं ले रही हूँ
Sure, Lady
पायरो आर्कन।
Farina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor have to make such a huge claim?
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no fooling their memory. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld? If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the God of Justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened as a dramatic spectacle and move on with our lives. What do you say to that?
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? We have to not only refute Farina's claims, but also overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
Well, I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, then what manner of being do you think I am?
New AC H DPS full करता है। अरे उसको पता था वो ये है।
That doesn't.
ये यहाँ पर कौन सा होगा?
First of all, you.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resent, but in light
Oh
of this
no
claim...
यार देखते हैं ना शिलोनी मुझे पसंद है तो वो मम्मी जैसा दिखने में इसलिए
Is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove that I am merely a human being? Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped as gods. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of Fontaine. One
कुछ
need
करके तो
only
दिखा।
to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse
मेरा
Cardinal in
बुखार
this
है
very
पता है,
opera
मैं
house.
तो फिर भी स्ट्रीम
Or
करने आ गई।
consider the indemnitium that is used in every aspect of life.
तू क्या कर रहा है रे?
That doesn't sound right. Paimon doesn't think this clue can be used as compelling evidence
हैं?
to build
क्या
our
ना?
case.
তো কোণার কি আছে? কালকে তো করেছে। তো হে ভগবান।
You tried to... Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend. There is no need to provide an explanation.
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the
मेडिसिन ले लो
law
दीदी।
must
गाइस
come
मविका
before
के
all
लिए
else.
कितना
While
विश
you
है
are an
आप
archon,
लोग
you are
के
also
पास?
first and foremost
मेरा
the
तो अभी भी
defendant in
33
this
है, पैसा
trial.
लगाऊं?
You will prove yourself
Skip.
unable to defend against the
अच्छा skip कर रही हूँ,
That
ले
was no
skip
trick.
कर रही हूँ, ले।
So, you neither knew why child was declared instead of having been
The real Hydro Archon. It is true that I did, but the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally. And you can't...
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses.
My power...
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
You don't mean...
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or...
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives.
Isn't that a huge stretch?
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with...
Lol.
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone. Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar. I'm still the same Farina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Should it please? You've got to believe me.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And then all of our...
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then who is? If you have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such, then what grounds have you to say that I'm not actually the real deal?
Wow, she came up with yet another argument. How can we... That doesn't sound... That doesn't sound...
तो कौन होगा? ये बुड्ढे? हाँ, ये बुड्ढा।
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that
नोवेलेट
you
निकालो,
can use
next
right
month
here
आ
and
रहा है।
now
मैं तो
to
नोवेलेट ही
eliminate
निकालना
all-
चाहती हूँ। मैं नोवेलेट के लिए पागल हूँ।
Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson, including those of some of my closest friends. So, Miss Farina, would you dare to touch some of this seawater? If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching this seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is strengthen your case. But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula.
If Lady Farina...
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline participation.
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
She's just staring at the water without saying.
What's going on? Is she real?
Due to the inherent risk of the test.
Hey! I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! My hand is still here! I haven't been dissolved! Will you believe me now? I really am your Archon!
Miss Siegewin? If you're present, Miss Siegewin, please come forward and attend to the defendant.
Siegewin? Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the...
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. These indicate that she was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar concentration.
Thank you, Miss Siegewin. Lady Farina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
Navia मेरी crush है.
What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
Considering
your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. We don't want anyone...
Yeah, so out of regard for it's a great thing...
अब कौन है यार? अरे बताओ कौन है?
Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks. Think about it. How can you conclusively prove that an Archon can't also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water?
अब क्या होगा?
Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your Archon.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. The odds are just too stacked against her now.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't...
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. She's too stacked against her now.
अब क्या होगा इस आर्कन का? ये अगर आर्कन नहीं है तो ये कौन है?
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is... guilty.
Uh-oh. अब क्या होगा? अगर ये आर्कन नहीं है तो
We shall
आर्कन
now turn to
कौन
the
है?
Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charge.
कौन है
According to
आर्कन
the
यार?
judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Farina is...
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
No, the Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Isn't that correct then?
However, The exact wording of the verdict is thus: the Hydro Archon, guilty, to be punished via the death sentence.
What?
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just a myth.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court, and it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god of justice? What an unexpected twist.
Farina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice? We just wanted to use the trial to show her the seriousness of things so she'd tell us the truth.
Huh?
This outcome is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences, is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
Yeah! Even Vacher wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice.
Indeed. Not only is Farina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Farina has never been the Hydro Archon in the first place. But now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
हाँ, इसका मतलब क्या है? क्विज करो मालूम चलेगा यार बता दो अभी बता दो स्पॉइलर तो वैसे भी है
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still going?
Fremine! You finally made it.
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
चाइल्ड का बच्चा है क्या ये?
Is that the first prophecy slate? Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate.
I looked everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time to get around some dangerous stretches of, but has the trial already concluded?
ये तो सोता रहता है क्या?
Then
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review... Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates. We'd like you to come here and confirm their content.
जल्दी जा पैर चला जल्दी पैर चला
So what do you see? What is it?
I believe I've now made...
So when you...
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these... However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
Okay, let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone...
Oh, Farina. Okay.
The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the Does that mean that Fontanian? The second stone slate. This must be the point when the third slate shows the... Well, the fourth slate is... We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But...
we know from the case of the and
That doesn't sound... That doesn't sound... That doesn't...
ये होगा I think.
That doesn't sound...
Uh-oh.
That doesn't...
ये कौन सा होगा?
perhaps what is about the truth and...
अच्छा.
That doesn't sound...
It's not as simple when...
रुको. अब
The prophecy from the...
चलो let's go. आपको दौड़ना होगा क्वेस्ट कर लो मालूम दौड़ना पड़ेगा
The Hydro Archon was said to... Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meripede was the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter what. The stone slate's contents can all be verified by recent...
वेरिफिकेशन कंप्लीटेड. चलो पहले मुझे देखना है कौन सा क्या मतलब क्या चीज है फुरीना. अब क्या होगा बताओ ना.
Paimon gets it now, but...
Let's hear them.
Incredible. We're...
All Fontanians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis. The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontanians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vache dissolved were also turned into Oceanids. Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial, all of them in the shape of Oceanids.
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably anchored Celestia by creating humans without prior permission. That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
Yes.
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese.
Yeah, isn't the image here just like when Navia fell into the sea? So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been... In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only... Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much... However,
इसका
while you were
मतलब
able to decode all the
ये
information
आर्कन ने
on the
पूरा
slates,
पूरा
they've
बनाया.
also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using
वो
a
है, वो
different
रहता
power
है,
source.
chat
When
में
we were
रहता
at the
है.
ruins, I tried to decipher
Discord में
it.
join
Now
कर लो.
that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded within.
अब क्या होगा निकालिया. ये तो ड्रैगन है भाई.
Well...
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. Your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontanians and the sin of the Hydro Archon were both correct. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land.
अब क्या होगा.
The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the seven, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life. Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. But if Fontanians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids.
अच्छा.
Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came into being.
अच्छा.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
Yes.
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing. Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
This really might be too much information for your
Okay.
regular Fontaine.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth
Lo,
stone
Subham
slates
bro.
was inaccurate.
ये
The
बहुत
slate's
चुप कर.
respective positions are, in fact, correct. A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals, they have not been dissolved,
Hey, night mode
which
को डांट
implies
दिया
that the
रे.
water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the... You may also recall Navia's experience. Therefore, the meaning of the third slate is that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice. Yes, it refers to our present situation.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
What should we do?
Bot भी like अब तुम्हारा chat नहीं देखेगा.
Huh. No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled.
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled soon?
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions. About the fourth slate, you probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes? However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something far worse to come. As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
क्या होगा रे कालिया? फिर से?
This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come.
It was both dream.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could only be...
The truth, the original sin.
भाई अब क्या होगा? अब क्या होगा? अरे मुझे देखना है. जल्दी हो जा भैंस की टेट. अब क्या होगा? ओह! वो विल! ओह! विल इट ओपन! नहीं, मेरा नूबलेट. ओ चाइल्ड आ गया. ओ Silent Novelet. चाइल्ड वापस क्यों चला गया? ओ हेलो चाइल्ड, तुम क्यों गए चले गए? वो चाइल्ड पागल है क्या? आपको ब्लू वेल को हराना होगा. हो गया कान. ब्लू वेल को हराया नहीं था मैंने.
So we've met it at last. I understand that whale does not... It has been great, and once it is...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontanians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontanians nigh impossible to resist. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make...
We just barely managed to push it back.
That is correct. From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with... Anyway, now...
It is too late. It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. Even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed, it could still...
That's not something. We've already done everything. We've come.
Indeed. I'll fight it to the end.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what,
ये
huh?
मतलब हमेशा फाइट टिल द एंड होता है. अभी फिर से हराना होगा. अच्छा ठीक है भाई, कर लेंगे, ट्राई कर लेंगे. हाइड्रा आर्कन कुछ करने वाला है, ये फुरीना कुछ करने वाला है, या वो वहां पर बैठ बैठ के रोने वाला है? देख के तो लग रहा है रोतुरू वाला एक आर्कन है.
Justice. Ultimately.
ये क्या हो रहा है?
What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Oh no.
Farina!
No, I still need answers.
क्या होगा दिखा लिया? का एक काम है रेडियंट का 3 डैमेज 160 से ऊपर ही रखो. अब क्या होगा? फुरीना ऐसा क्यों आ गया? फुरीना तो ये हाइड्रो आर्कन है ना, रियल वाला.
You.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing.
You are not Farina. Who are you?
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the god.
Focalor. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principle?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe, now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled,
कंसोलेशन से एम फैलता है तो बढ़िया है. मैंने पढ़ा है उसका.
I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian but one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Farina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her. All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on the throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Farina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy. Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die.
JDM कम
but nor
है,
was
but
she free to
159
live
only
her
मेरे
life in the pursuit of happiness.
Arlequin का
Instead,
पास 80
she was
रेट
forced to
और
take the stage
210
in the
डैमेज
opera
है.
house,
अच्छा,
to
किसने
embrace
बोला
the role
EM
of
नहीं
leading
चाहिए?
lady, to
Arlequin
forever
needs
play the
EM
part
for
of the
vape
god
and
from the
melting.
prophecy,
हे भगवान, मेरे
all to
दिमाग के ऊपर से
create a deceitful
ओवरलोडेड
appearance
एंड
of that
मोनी
prophecy coming
पायरो
to pass.
में नहीं लगता.
I
अच्छा.
suppose now you probably understand.
But Farina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500 years, and all along,
Oh my God.
she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Oh, ये सच्ची में सैड है यार. तुम लोग तो ये सब करके रखे हो इसलिए. अब क्या होगा? ये डांस करेगी? हाय.
Bring it.
अबे वो.
Oh, who permitted you to come onto the
Look,
stage?
भाई, मतलब
Now,
C6
I
F2P
understand
प्लेयर
your
के
admiration
लिए
for my
बढ़िया ही
august
है,
self,
जैसे
but I
B
must
F2P
ask you to
पेन.
keep to the rules.
किसने C6 पुल किया? वेब नहीं करूँगा. वेब नहीं करूँगा भाई.
All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state. I am. Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
echoes of the valley.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Bring it. Letting brave names echo.
अरे यार क्या कर रही हूँ मैंने?
Let's light it up. Ow. I'm going in. Get out of here.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Let the mountain's veins boil.
Let's shred, Sharky!
Adventure time. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Why do they never...
Letting brave names echo.
Carving way!
अबे वो नोबड़ी
तू नूबड़ा
कुछ काम नहीं है एवरीवन आ जाओ हैं काम दाम कर लो कुछ
ओहो रुको तुम्हारे
बस।
मम्मी को बोलने दो रुको रुको
24 घंटे गेम बस
अच्छा अच्छा तुम तो खेलते ही नहीं हो है ना जो मैंने है
खेलता
गेम
मैं
में है तुम फ्रेंड लिस्ट में ही शायद ओ भगवान हाँ हाँ खास लो कहाँ जा रहे हो
पढ़ाई कर
मम्मी
रहा
को
हूँ मैं
लेने
पढ़ाई करता हूँ
अच्छा 28 की उम्र में अभी भी पढ़ाई करते हो जाओ जाके शादी वादी कर लो जाओ जाओ
शादी कौन करता है
अच्छा
भाई कमाऊंगा लाखों करोड़ों रुपए उसके बाद शादी
तुम
होगी
अच्छा अरे रहने दो फुरीना क्या करेगा यहाँ पर अब
तुम्हारे पैसे नहीं आते यूट्यूब वगैरह से सब्सक्राइबर नहीं हो
आता
पा
है
रहे 2000
तू करवा दे तू तो बहुत लाखों में खेल रहा है
मेरे 100 नहीं हो रहे मैं कहाँ से करवा दूँ 93 पे अटक गए
ये देखो सुनने दे
मार खानी है मार
तुमको मार
तुम्हें
खानी है
बिगड़ गई हो जब से वहां गई हो आज तो मैं ठीक करना पड़ेगा
तुम्हारा इतना आवाज क्यों आ रहा है एक हेडफोन
सारा
गिफ्ट कर दे
क्योंकि मैं बाहर इसलिए आवाज आ रही है
इसके वर्ल्ड में एक डैमेज टेस्ट करो मेल्ट न्यूक
चलो जरा
अच्छा कहाँ जाएगा मुझे
इस बैग को लेके जा रहा हूँ लंगड़ा रहा है
मुझे
चलो यार
मुझे हेडफोन गिफ्ट करो
क्या तुम्हें
आलोक
2218 ये लो जा इधर जा इधर
जैक को
हाँ
भेज दो इधर
हेडफोन गिफ्ट करो
हाँ हेडफोन गिफ्ट करो एक अच्छा वाला
पैसा नहीं है भाई कहाँ से ये वाले महंगे आ
थप्पड़ मारूंगी इतना थप्पड़ मारूंगी ना
क्या भैया 24 है ना मेन रोड पे
नहलाने ले जा रहे हो क्या उसको
नहीं लंगड़ा रहा है ना पैर में उसके पता नहीं क्या हो गया डॉक्टर के पास दिखाने लगा अब बस शोर आएगा मेरा भाई रुको मैं पहुंच के ज्वाइन करता हूँ अभी
ठीक है
आवाज आएगी
अब क्या होगा रे भैया
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession. But what should I say?
I'm sure you've all heard about how, in truth, as the god Focalor, the god once again,
I thought I might stammer, but thankfully...
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses...
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's...
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't
भाई यहाँ
actually
पर क्या हो
happen.
रहा है?
She might just be a Maison
मैं
back
तो
puppet.
भाई ये तो
Wait, what's going on? Right. Calm down, Farina. Assertive. Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house. Well, it seems you may Now then!
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Personality? It's quite shocking, to be honest. I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, the scales may law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. There is no trouble in this so long as
अच्छा ये ऐसा करके टोपियां पहना रही थी। अच्छा तुम लोग अपने आप ही बात कर रहे हो, मेरे साथ तो बात ही नहीं कर रही हो। सही है। आलोक हाँ हाँ कर रही हूँ। रेडियन जिलोन हाँ हाँ तुम्हारे पास रेडियन है, मेरे पास वो भी ना है। एक तो आर्कन होना चाहिए ना। मैं यहाँ से निकल भी नहीं पा रही हूँ यार।
Lady Farina, here are today's case reports as well as a
Besides,
if that's true,
no need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now.
अकेले अकेले बात करे जा रहा है ये।
Lady Farina.
No need. All right.
He's...
Oh, good.
अरे कितना होगा रे भाई, समझ गई तेरा मेमोरी है भाई, खत्म कर अपना मेमोरी जल्दी। हे भगवान।
Lady Farina.
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far you're all manner of some. Really?
I'm...
और कितना होगा यार?
The day is finally over, but it's good to see. Maybe this is fun.
Lady Farina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases as...
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already.
Lady Farina.
Indeed, my...
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute. I don't think I let anything slip today. I just don't know. I feel
यार
utterly exhausted.
इसके ऊपर जागते हो रहा है। अभी 10 मिनट और, तो 10 मिनट रह जाओ। तुम लोग जा कहाँ रहे हो? कहाँ चले गए?
Lady Farina.
जल्दी।
I've heard that the first. Are you crying?
Really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power then. Oh, Archon.
यार ये तो रोने लगे यार। मैं क्या मैंने अकाउंट चेक
I have nothing to say. I am Farina, the Archon. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my
क्या परफॉर्मेंस है भाई?
Fine.
अब क्या होगा रे कालिया? ये सन ऑफ गॉड क्या बोल रहा है? गेंशिन में जब तक वॉकिंग तब तक डॉल्फिन जब खत्म हो जाता है F2P का टैग पक जाता। अच्छा लग जाता।
She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries,
वॉकिंग
Fontaine
खरीदना
would
है
have
मुझे।
been
वॉकिंग
doomed to
कम
the
में
most
कितना मिलेगा?
tragic fate. It seems
क्योंकि मुझे
that
मेरे पास ना अच्छा
trusting
वेपन्स नहीं है।
humanity was the right.
I believe that. How would you build?
Ah, good, good. Of course, the Eudex of Fontaine has pimped. I'm sure you.
I've always
बताना कैसे
suspected that it
खरीदे?
had its own consciousness.
मैं खरीदना
And Lenny
मुझे
did mention
खरीदना
that
है
he
यार।
heard a human voice within the court. It now seems that.
And then
ये करण का है भाई? आज लिंक तो दिया था वॉकिंग का। हाँ मैंने किया ना वॉकिंग के लिए। एक तो क्या है?
Your understanding. In truth, it is. Oh.
मिल भी रहा है मेरा वॉकिंग?
My work. Oh, but
मुझे तो पता भी
really,
नहीं
the
चल रहा है।
vast majority has been, had to be.
It was
कहाँ
all.
देखते हैं वॉकिंग मिल रहा है या नहीं?
This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians, but
So the Oratrice's. The destruction of that divine throne.
returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
अच्छा ये हाइड्रो ड्रैगन है। अब किस करेगा क्या?
No,
हाइड्रो ड्रैगन को?
what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more.
All you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
Yes.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked.
Okay.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possess. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice,
Artifacts का
I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself.
नहीं
So, if the theft
थोड़ा
of the
सा लिया था उसके बाद बंद कर दिया मैंने सो गई मैं देखते देखते सो गई यार मेरा बहुत तबीयत खराब है देख लूंगी मैं
right and wrong aside,
डोंट वरी मैंने उस लिंक को पिन करके रखा है अपने व्हाट्सएप में
to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, defying the at this point Iudex Neuvillette, the highest judge in our land. When you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign.
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too, at last. I now understand the true purpose behind this position.
Yes.
In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Fossalor.
Devious.
Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
Oh. Nice, bro. अरे तुम लोग अपना ही बात कर लो मुझे तो
The
कुछ
hour
बोलने
of
दे
my
दो.
execution is almost here.
Wow.
For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common.
No. अब क्या होगा?
Farewell, Neuvillette.
नहीं.
I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
नहीं.
I, Iudex Neuvillette, hereby declare People of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Fuck. No village. मर गया Arkan.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Yes.
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and...
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast. I have gained the strength, so we should seize the opportunity to pursue our court, Traveler. Now that the oratories can... The root of the calamities come with me, Traveler. The hour of execution.
बता रही हूँ अंदर तो घुस गई यार रुक जाओ यार बातें चल रही स्टोरी चल रहा है उसके बीच में कैसे देखूं ये बताओ मुझे yes I don't know
I've already done my best to separate the power of the primordial sea from the way.
मुझे बचाओ
Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. We shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for an opening together.
Yeah, off we go.
I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
भाग गया
Let's ride.
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct.
भाई मैं नहीं मार सकती इसको
Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will present itself.
बचाओ
Thingy over there. It looks really scary. Hey, James Echo. Nice and spicy. Let the mountain flames boil.
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
Carving waves. Amazing. Action at the flame.
भाई साहब मेरा अल्टी नहीं इसको नहीं
Let's light it up. Hear the echoes of the valley.
एक आ गया भैंस की टैग। रुको 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 वैसे भी ये फाइट मुझे बहुत वहां पर मुझे नूबलेट लेना चाहिए था। आ गया नूबलेट। Oh, he's so powerful. That's why. अब क्या होगा निकालिया? ये क्या है? और ये कौन है? What the? ये कौन है? ये
Thanks
कौन
for
है भाई?
helping with the cleanup. Should have been my job, but oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime.
ये कौन है?
Actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some...
That power. Who are...
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, it's just that he gave us the impression that she was the...
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. That kind of power... All in all...
Miss Skirk?
The point being...
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's master.
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
Huh?
Who?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master is insufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well...
Ooh, that one we've heard! Rhine part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhine-daughter. They're...
Wait! Didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient
ये
to
child को
inform
throw
you
फेंक क्यों दिया रे?
that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength
हमको
fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove
ये लड़की
difficult for the
चाहिए नहीं
plane's
लड़की
deep.
मेरी है
As such, the
तुम्हारी
fontaine
नहीं
back
है
on the surface has most likely been thrown into
ये खेलना है
chaos.
खेलो
In other words,
ये
the
खेलो
prophecy that
वेल
you've been fretting
था
over
वो
should
खेल
now be
रहे थे
enforced.
अच्छा भाई मैंने कितना चैट मिस कर दी रे तुम लोगों का बक 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 बक
Not to
मिस कर
worry.
दी
Focalor.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Oh my god. तो मतलब पूरा डूब गया
Hey! Help! Over here!
Initiate emergency rescue.
Okay. वाह, ऐसा मुझे भी बनाना चाहिए.
Hurry!
आप नोवेलेट के पास जाओगे, क्वेस्ट खत्म हो जाएगा. बट नोवेलेट ड्रैगन बनेगा कब?
Look, the water's receding.
ओह, कुछ देर के लिए वो पानी था.
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you alright?
We're safe. The prophecy was wrong.
मुझे रोना आ रहा है. मुझे अच्छा भी लग रहा. खुशी की आंसू निकल रही है भैंस की तरह. Overacting.
The various people always. Wow, Paimon barely recognizes the people. in the
नोवेलेट ड्रैगन कब बनेगा भाई? फादर कहाँ है? फादर फादर किधर हो रहे बाबा? फादर नहीं है.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh?
फादर
The value
गुस्सा
for
है
these
मेरे
big
से.
scoop Edwin's assistant Jurier created a true.
मैं गुस्सा हूँ फादर से. सॉरी.
And that's exactly why. Oh, this time we'll.
कॉल नहीं करता है, कॉल नहीं उठाता है. फादर कहाँ है? होगा तो कहीं. अब कहाँ जाना है? इधर. टेलीपोर्ट. टेलीपोर्ट. उफ, बाप रे बाप, कहाँ कहाँ मुझे घुसना पड़ रहा है. फादर मतलब आर ली कौन यार? अच्छा. ये आर्ली कौन है? देखना पड़ेगा भैंस की टाइट. नोवेलेट इज द रियल पापा.
Navia!
कैसा लग रहा है?
It's you. Hey, I'm here to update myself.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garoon. Our residents are.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan, but if you don't,
I get where you're coming from.
that would be fine.
Oh, you're back too.
आर्ली कौन
are
बेस्ट
We finished
DPS
laying down-
का? आर्ली कौन
Well,
से
her
भी?
reputation's greatly
देखना
risen
पड़ेगा
after
कौन
that
है भाई?
whole
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson.
Oh, wait, just a moment.
अच्छा मुझे ये बताओ.
Forget it.
DPS मतलब डैमेज वाला
I
है
see.
ना?
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake.
Of course I will.
है ना?
I'm not gonna let him off that
नोवेलेट
easy.
सेल्फ हील का
Alright, then
एडवांटेज है बस. Oh.
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Status of the also not to
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit.
देखना पड़ेगा कलोन को.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
Whoa, you're well.
That's a.
In truth,
ये
I
नहीं
told
सुनना
him
मुझे.
that
You're right.
Stay safe now. And tell me.
अब कहाँ जाना है? ए भगवान, टेलीपोर्ट कर दे मेरे को। तरन, मॉड क्यों बनाया? तो मॉड ही था।
Off we go.
अरे खत्म कब होगा? गॉड जोन, हाय गॉड जोन।
Guess we're here again, huh?
अच्छा,
Looks like
किसका
you've been missing it.
फिर से वो देना, आईडी देना, रिव्यू कर लेती हूँ।
Of course.
It's an honor to finally.
No need to thank me.
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
यार।
Hey,
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her.
Sir, please don't say.
But it looks.
No, I.
Now, I might not look it, but I actually. The boat that brought it. Still, if I might.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the.
Really?
You already know my answer, I'm afraid.
Hello.
Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or
Hello,
perhaps you'd like to
Samanto
take
bhai.
another photo of
Welcome
this
to the
couple of
stream.
recent.
यार,
have to use the word.
मेरा तबीयत ठीक नहीं है। मेरा मम्मी रिव्यू करो। तुम्हारा मम्मी। रुको यार।
Seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try?
मैं तुम्हारा मम्मी देखती हूँ, मैं अपना भी बिल्ड बनाऊंगी, रुकना।
Sure. Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been?
Same old, same old.
Other than that flying ship.
That's why I decided to let.
You're too kind.
हो गया इसका बात है। पक पक
I see. Lots of things happened that day.
He sure did.
I'll tell them that.
Oh.
What change can there be as to what
अच्छा लग
Miss
रहा था
Farina's
मुझे।
departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed?
चुप।
Hey everyone, the photo shoot's done.
The photo shoots, it's done.
Good.
Remember
In that
me.
case, let's call it a
ये
day.
देखो सामांतो भाई क्या
Thanks
कह
for
रहा है,
your
remember me.
cooperation. Come on, traveler, let's go.
There'll be a next.
Maybe. Who knows? All right. Last stop, the docks.
Let's go. कौन था भाई? इसका पहले कर लेते हैं, इसका मम्मी का रिव्यू करो भाई। ये लो मम्मी। मम्मी का बहुत मोटा वाला वेपन है। ये तो मम्मी नहीं है, ये मम्मी है। मम्मी का असली वाला वेपन है इसके पास। चलो। सब पैसे लगाए हो, क्या रिव्यू कर रहे हैं? बिना पैसों के करो। सारा डिफेंस रखे हो ना? ठीक है, सारा डिफेंस रखना है। मैं भी रख रही हूँ, रुको। मुझे भी थोड़ा थोड़ा आने लगा है। ठीक है। ए, इसका कहाँ है? मुंडी कहाँ है? मेरा वाला कैसा है?
The most important. Woo! Whoa! Whoa! Ah! Whew.
छह आइटम चाहिए इसका। भाई भाई मार दो भाई। भाई मुझे थोड़ा पैसा दे दो। मैं तो वर्किंग मुश्किल से ले पाता। ए, वर्किंग मेरा वर्किंग लिया तुमने? ओपन किया था या वर्किंग? क्या करना पड़ेगा इसमें? ओके ये करेंगे, थोड़ा रुक जाओ। अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, करते हैं। ये वाला खत्म कर ले। अच्छा क्या लिख रहे हो सोनम कोड? कल ट्रीज का लाइव स्ट्रीम देख रहा था, मिकोई का अकाउंट लेके खेल रहा थे वो। फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट में देखा तेरा अकाउंट का रिक्वेस्ट आ रखा था लेकिन एक्सेप्ट नहीं था। मैं तो लूडो वाला हूँ। अच्छा तुम लूडो वाला हो। बाय द वे आई एम ऐड एज योर फ्रेंड जस्ट इन केस यू आस्क योर यूआईडी। कर दो, तेरी आईडी डिलीट कर दी। मेरी आईडी नहीं है, लॉगिन कर ले। और ये आलोक का देख लेते हैं, रुको। कहाँ है? 877987 257। भाई बड़े लोग तो हो, इतना सारा है। ये लो तुम्हारा मम्मी है, कर देते हैं रिव्यू। पैसा लगाता है भाई ये लोग, पैसा देखो, खतरनाक पैसा लगाता है। ये क्या चीज है? ये क्या बिल्ड बनाए हो भाई? ये बिल्ड थोड़ा सा डिफेंस बनाओ भाई, डिफेंस। इतना तो समझ मुझे भी आ गया है, इसका डिफेंस ही होगा पूरा, डिफेंस। मुझे भूख लगी है यार। अच्छा तो है बिल्ड, हाँ चट मोमेंट। हेलो, रेडियंट का बिल्ड देखना है। मुझे रेडियंट का बिल्ड का मतलब कुछ पता नहीं है भाई, इसके पास तो सभी है। मुझे रद्दी पर पता नहीं है रेडियंट का बिल्ड। है, मैं सिर्फ दिखा दे रही हूँ, जिनको समझना है वो समझ गया। ये मुझे ये वाला चाहिए यार, ये बहुत क्यूट है देखने में। ये कौन है? ये भी मोमी जैसा ही है, देखो। डाइपर्स पहनी है क्या? क्या पता, कुछ तो दिख रहा था। ये मोमी नहीं है, ये तो फिर भी मोमी जैसा लग रहा है। ये ढका हुआ मोमी है, बट है सेक्सी। ए जोजो, जोजो मोजो, जोजो कैसा नाम है यार? देख लो भाई, ये वाला चाहिए यार। ये रियल मोमी है, मतलब इसका मोमी मतलब ये मोम है। तुम्हारा शिलोलिन आईडी बता दो, obviously देख सकते हैं।
Had chasing waves before. You want to try? Well, come on, no no time like the present. I'll help you find the closest beach.
Need a surfboard?
The lift is running. अबे खुल जा भाई. यार लिफ्ट इज रनिंग. है ओ रुक जा मेरी बात है. इसको कैसे ले? Thank you.
Carving waves.
भैंस की रे उठ जा.
Off we go.
चलो फाइनली लिफ्ट तो आ गया. इतना टाइम लग रहा है. रुको. 85413526 ये कहाँ है तुम्हारा सिलोनी? ये रहा सिलोनी. सबके पास अच्छा अच्छा कैरेक्टर है. भाई कितना खर्चा किया हो भाई? दे दो मुझे थोड़ा पैसा. देख लो, तुम लोगों को पता होगा क्या चल रहा है यहाँ पर. चलो क्वेस्ट टाइम. मुझे भी 90 करना है. अभी मैं ऑलरेडी लेवल 50 में आ गई. अब 90 करूंगी. हाँ बात बच्चे. बात बच्चे.
Bring it.
Hi.
Navia mentioned that she's
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte.
कितना बज रहा है?
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of gadget? It's a wondrous trick of friend.
खाना खाने के बाद अपन करेंगे फार्मिंग.
You could just make a
आ
friend like
जाना
Fremine
फार्मिंग करने
here.
के लिए.
Isn't that right, Fremine?
90 करना है मुझे.
To be
Moalan
honest, that
ko.
sounds pretty sweet. Could I have...
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine so.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic...
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pip.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh,
जाके
it'll
दीदी को
work
हेल्प
out.
करती हूँ. बाद में आते हैं. ठीक है.
Got it.
चलो आते हैं. खाना वाना खा
My,
के.
that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. So, how have things been, traveler?
फ्लेक्स कर रहा था. कौन? मेरे पास सब कैरेक्टर है. अगर मेरे सेकंड आईडी से मिलाऊं तो मत आना. अच्छा ऐसी बात है.
Father says that...
That's all right.
Oh, like after Lady...
A diplomatic gift.
Yes, it could have been done. Furthermore, I would agree. I suspect you'll...
But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the Navy. alive, right? What about Child?
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
By deep check. Okay. बात मेरे से भाई मैं आती हूँ
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Okay.
Father!
Well, what do you know?
Are you going to take the note?
That is our... Don't be too... Switching my masks is something I've always done.
है खुदा का कोई नेक इरादा है, गलता फकीर आज दिल शहजादा है, लगता
Well, that
खुदा
depends
का
on many
कोई
things. As for
नेक
you, I
इरादा
very
है।
much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Welcome to the stream. मुझे फूलना चाहिए और बताओ, फूलना का स्टोरी देख के मुझे रोना आ गया, सच बोल रही हूँ कि यार उसके साथ तो ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए था, जो भी हो।
A vision.
चाइल्ड कब आएगा वापस?
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
इसको फादर क्यों बुलाया है सबने?
Hello. If I'm not
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like. The sea breeze is quite pleasant.
Farewell, Father.
फादर क्यों बोल रहे हैं इसको?
She has such an intimidating presence.
ये फादर
I
कैसे
didn't
हो
even
गया?
dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my
Don't be too
ये
nervous.
कैसे फादर हो
Why
गया?
don't you take a
ओ
magic
हेलो,
pocket before you go?
ये फादर कैसे है बे?
Traveler.
ये तो लड़की
Emma?
है, इसके पास तो दो boobs ही है।
That's right. I guess this must. All right then.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte off. Shall we go see what Neverlette's doing? As long as he's not so busy that he doesn't have time to chat anyway.
बस ये क्वेस्ट खत्म। नोवेलेट के पास जाने के बाद I want to see him again. Novelet, I love you.
Let's ride.
Oh, इधर जाना था. Sorry. My bad. भाई कैसे जाओ उधर? ये तो हमेशा उधर ही रहता है. Hi Novelet, I want to see you from far.
The entrance to the fortress. Ooh, he really is there.
भाई इधर आने पे हो गया हर्ष सॉरी हार्दिक hello welcome to the stream
Really? Oh, in any case, you came.
All right, let's have. So that's what happened? But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you...
For me, the Fontanians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's youth, but so long. In other words, when
Fossilor must have counted on you to make that... Yeah!
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to
चल
ask
रहा
away.
है सब
I will tell you
ठीक
the
है
truth as I know it.
Hang on. When we spoke to... We guessed that there...
So regarding this specific issue, I would... In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
How? वो सर का मिल सकता है क्या हमको? बढ़िया, बढ़िया, सब बढ़िया.
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal. I can finally catch the scent of your power. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know what you speak of.
Of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yeah?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After Fossilor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Fowl, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune. To live in itself is a blessing.
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts, and my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know.
ये master कौन है इसका?
If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
Next time? You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
ओ भाई क्या हो रहा है इधर मतलब मुझे देखना है ये कैसा ड्रैगन है.
That's what she told me.
The remains of... So that's what the...
All the same, assume...
And she said that...
If she speaks the... I guess that you might already be familiar with this concept. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even...
Gnosis, Descenders...
No, let's not think about comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all. That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad luck.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information...
All right. Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yes. All of...
But she said...
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds, life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
Finally. Thank you. Novelet, I love you. You know, I really love you. I don't want to leave you. Just come to me. Novelet, see my Ada. Bitch. कुत्ता, हरामी, गेम। मुझे नोबलेट से मिलना है फिर से वापस। मुझे नोबलेट के पास जाना है। मिस्टर ऑफ गॉड विल के वजह से मेरा पास फुरीना पेट है ऊपर उठता है। वजह से मेरा पास फुरीना पेट है ऊपर उठता। चला जाओ, ओयो बुला रही। यार ओयो कैसे जाएंगे? ये रियल लाइफ में होता तो fuck. Novelet, I'm coming to you. I hope he is there still. तेरे लिए चिकन लाती हूँ। नोवेलेट रुको। नहीं ला पाई, कोई बात नहीं। कहाँ से जाना पड़ता है इसके पास? चला ना जाए नोवेलेट उधर से। लास्ट टाइम देख के तो आऊं मैं। लास्ट टाइम एक बार अबे उठ जा मेरे माथे। अरे कहाँ से जाना पड़ता है भूल गई मैं। हाँ। आए गलत आ गई क्या मैं? हाय छोड़ो, कोई बात नहीं, दूजा कुछ करते हैं। अब क्या स्टार्ट होगा रे? आर्कन वाला क्वेस्ट। ओके, फ्यू डिटेल्स। भाई मुझे ना करना ही नहीं है, मुझे ये मिलता ही नहीं है यार। कंप्लीट अदर क्वेस्ट टू कंटिन्यू। ये क्वेस्ट कहाँ है भाई? ये क्वेस्ट है कहाँ पे? अच्छा, नेविगेट। भाई चैसम अंडरग्राउंड माइंस। चैसम अंडरग्राउंड माइंस। भाई मेरे को मार दो। क्या नोवे सिंपिंग सेशन चल रहा है? Here she is searching for a hot dog. Newbie. Oyo. Yeah. Star Eternity. Oyo Novelet. अच्छा मिल गया, ये यहाँ पर होगा नोवेलेट। चलो कोई ना, छोड़ो, पहले तो चीज़म में चलो। यहाँ पर कुछ है। हो रहा, उसको कैसे लाऊं? है नहीं 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 बेटा, ऊपर जाना है आपको। हाँ बोलो, क्या चाहिए आपको? नोवेलेट चाहिए मुझे। तुमको क्या चाहिए? कहाँ गया वो? अच्छा ये रहा। अब ये चेज़म कहाँ है भाई? ये बताइयो कहाँ है वो? रेसिन कितना है? रेसिन कितना है? होगा 120
मैप में क्लिक करो,
है?
मैप में क्लिक करो।
171
अभी जो
लेवल
राइट साइड दिख रहा है मैप
क्या?
में, राइट साइड कॉर्नर में, मैप में क्लिक करके राइट साइड कॉर्नर पे जाओ।
ये
राइट साइड कॉर्नर पे जो राइट कॉर्नर नीचे वाला राइट कॉर्नर में जो लिखा है टैप करो वहां पे, त्याजम अंडरग्राउंड भाई जो लिखा है त्याजम अंडरग्राउंड भाई वहां पे टैप करो।
चलो लेट्स गो। ल्यूई के लेफ्ट चेज़म, ये मुझे पता है। हेलो कौन कौन हो? शुभम हो और ये कहाँ गया? ल्यूई के लेफ्ट चेज़म है, ब्रिज के ऊपर से उड़ के। क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट। वाह, अब मैं कोई नया क्वेस्ट कर सकती हूँ। मेरे लिए आर्टिफैक्ट्स कलेक्ट करवा दो। भगवान যাই না। কথা বলতে মানা করেছি আর নিজে কাজ করে আয়, যা। না তোর কাজ এখন ঘুমোনো, যেটা বাচ্চাদের কাজ সেটুকু করবি। নিয়ে যা। ঘুমাবি, পড়বি, যা করার কর, যা। একবারে কথা শুনিস না কেন? তোকে যে জিজ্ঞেস করলো তো, যেতে বললো তো। হি ইজ রিডিকুলাস, একবারে শোনেই না, মানে এত কথা বলার পরেও শোনে না। तो कब आई नोबडी? अभी आई। नोबलेट, हाय नोबलेट। মার খাওয়ার তারপরে যাবে ও, কেন শোনেই না কথা। হিলো নোবলেট। ले चलो कहीं ले चलो फाइट करने। तो भाई फाउंटेन कंप्लीट कर दिया। हाँ हो गया। और नोवेलेट के साथ दुख भरी बिछड़ना पड़ा मुझे। कहीं ले चलोगे या इधर ही तुम लोग बैठ के चुपचाप गुपचुप करोगे?
नोवेलेट के लिए जितना जितना रोई हो अपना साथी में उतना रोगी।
भाई मैं डर गई इसकी आवाज से लिटरली।
ऐसा क्या है मेरे आवाज?
इतना जोर से आया ना तो मैं डर गई। शुभम भी आ गया। नोवेलेट के साथ तो मेरा ही शादी होगा अगर रियल लाइफ में है तो। हाँ उसको तो मैं रियल लाइफ में है नहीं।
है ना रियल लाइफ में है वो।
कहाँ पर है? कहाँ पे है बताओ।
1-2 करोड़ भेज तो मैं बोल दूंगा। एआई बनाने के लिए पैसा लगता है।
ओ वाओ मेरा ये फैन चल नहीं रहा है कूलर फैन। चलो इसका नाम सत्य हो गया। अरे रुको यहाँ पर बातचीत चल रहा है। शुभम रुक जा। इसके साथ फ्लेक्स क्यों कर रहे हो तुम?
देखो क्या कर रहा है वो।
देखो देखो भाई वैलोरेंट कैसे खुल गया मेरे में? ए भगवान। कुछ भी चल रहा है मेरा तो इसमें। वैलोरेंट खुल गया। ये तो नेवी का ना था। क्या कर रहे हो? छी देखो ले चलो अब कहाँ जाना है? चलो ले चलो। कहाँ हो शुभम? कहाँ हो? अच्छा ले चलो मेरी माते। क्या है? आलू पोटैटो सब कुछ मैंने लिए। इधर आओ तुम पटाखे मत फोड़ो। अरे शुभम उधर अटक गया।
Wanna split it? Just kidding. You can take it.
ये बंद करो रे ये पटाखे। ये कर क्या रहा है?
The wrong test subject.
रुको 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 समझ गई क्या करना है। अरे इसका बाइट का कब वो खत्म होगा यार? रुको रुको रुको, मुझे कुछ मिलने वाला था, चेस्ट खुला था मेरा।
Off we go. Oh no, I dropped it. Quick, pick it up. Hope I didn't just.
कहाँ
jinx
चला
this.
गया ये लोग?
Need a surfboard?
ले कहाँ जा रहे हैं तुम लोग? नीचे हो या ऊपर हो भाई? हाँ जी। हम लोग इधर क्या कर रहे हैं? अरे वो तो उस तरफ चला गया। वाह, अच्छा ये कलेक्ट करने पे क्या होता है? टीपी करो, टीपी करूं? ओके, है कहाँ पे भाई? अच्छा हमको कहाँ ले जा रहा हो रहा है पता नहीं। ब्रिज के ऊपर से उड़ के। हाँ टिपिकली आप क्या करना है? हेलो सन ऑफ गॉड, क्या करना है, क्या है? हम जा कर रहे? ओके टीपी पॉइंट्स में।
Need a surfboard?
Off we go. ये पत्थर क्या करता है? ये तो शुभम गिरे जा रहा है। कहाँ ले जा रहे हो? इतना सारा फ्लाइज है, एक भी पकड़ नहीं पाई। क्या करना है इधर? आए ये क्या चीज है? ओके, इसके साथ बात करना पड़ेगा। रिक्वेस्ट उठा, रिक्वेस्ट उठाओ, रुकना, यहाँ पर कुछ बातचीत हो रही है, सुनने दो क्या हो रही है। डिस्कॉर्ड पे हूँ, आजा। कुछ बातचीत हो रही है यहाँ पर, गंभीर बातचीतें हो रही है। नोवेलेट के साथ ओयो जाना पड़ेगा यार, रियल वाला नोवेलेट चाहिए, सच्ची मुच्ची का। एआई नहीं चाहिए, रियल वाला चाहिए। है तुम्हारे को मार रहा है ये लोग। भागो। मैं तो गई। तुम लोग हो कहाँ पे ये बताइए, तुम लोग हो कहाँ पे? फिर से जाना पड़ेगा मुझे तुम लोगों के पास। अरे जाने का तो रास्ता ही नहीं है। मैं तो इस तरफ आ गई भाई। अरे कुछ भी, वो ड्रैगन है तो मैं ड्रैगन ही बन जाऊंगी।
Need a surfboard?
ये सॉन ऑफ गॉड कहीं ले जा रहा है मुझे, बचा लो।
Off we go.
ओए ओए इधर आओ इधर आओ इधर आओ, सॉन ऑफ गॉड इधर आओ। इनको मारने पे मुझे वो मिलेगा, ड्रॉपलेट्स। मारने दो यार। मैं देखती हूँ, ठीक है? थैंक यू।
Ow! Please,
अबे!
step back. Faster. Shower me with praise.
हील कर दे। कहाँ जाना है? ये मार रहे थे ना हम?
Off we go. Next on the agenda.
क्या करना है? ये स्टार्ट करना है क्या? क्या करे? मुआलनी आर्टिफैक्ट्स डोमेन चलो, एम्ब्लेम चलो, मुआलनी बिल्ड है इसका। ओके एम्ब्लेम चलो, ले चलो ले चलो ले चलो। अरे चल गया हम लोग। सुबह में चलो। कहाँ चला भाई? कहाँ जा रही हो यार, बता के जाओ।
The most important part of going out to have fun is, well, going out. So just show up and I'll handle the rest.
वो ड्रैगन है, ड्रैगन है, वो ड्रैगन है। नोवेल इट इज ड्रैगन। जल्दी करो, जो भी करना है, मुझे थोड़ा सोना है, तबीयत ठीक नहीं है। यही है ना, इसको ही जाना है ना? मुझे कुछ चेंजेस करना है क्या?
It's so nice to
The
de-stress.
scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
लोग डैमेज दो, मैं मारती हूँ। मतलब मैं हील करती हूँ।
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Freeze! This all will be frozen in time.
Let's light it up.
Don't push your luck. Freeze!
Let's light it up.
Cha-cha-cha.
Why do they never miss?
ओए तू मर कैसे गया?
Witness my power.
भागो भागो। यहाँ पर हील है।
Everybody stand back. Why do they never miss? Echoing song. Teamwork is dreamwork. Get out of here.
सुबह मर गया। इश, खराब लगा। सुनो, मुझे कुछ अच्छा नहीं मिलने वाला है, छोड़ दो। मैं चली, मैं तो चली। मुझे कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला है सही सा। बहुत ही गंदा मिलता है आर्टिफैक्ट्स मेरे हाथ में।
Dodge this! The Lord of the Night!
Everybody
Locked
stand
up!
back! Let's light it up! Why do they never miss?
Benny's adventure team.
What the fuck?
I have failed you.
How dare you!
सुनो मैं तो मर गई तो फिर भी मिलेगा क्या? भाई मैं तो मर गई. भाई मैं तो मर गई भाई. अच्छा जिंदा भी हो गई. सही है. लोल. चलो मिला यार. भैंस की भोसड़ी की टांग. नहीं मिलने वाला कुछ.
For the Lord of the Night!
Let's light it up!
I got a corner!
Your soul! Sacrifice!
Dodge this!
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Don't push your
Let's
luck!
light it up!
Dodge this!
That's gonna hurt in the morning. This is just
What
my
the?
luck.
मैं आराम से बैठ के देखती हूँ. मुआला ना लाना था. मुआला नहीं लाना था. मुआला नहीं. जल्दी मारो रे. One shot kill. बिल्ड नहीं है ना. भाई मुझे आर्टिफिक्स अच्छा नहीं मिलने वाला है. किनिच का अच्छा डैमेज है बे. जय शंकर महादेव. घंटा मिला. हाँ मैं नहीं खेल रही. कुछ ना मिला यार.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Get out of here! Let the world collide!
Freeze! That was unexpected!
Glory! None can compare!
Adventure time! Corner! Hey, don't die on me. Everything has a price.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! stand back. Let's light it up. Off we go. Going in. Get out of here! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up! I'm going in!
That was unexpected.
कौन मरा बे? करण हिल ले जा इधर से.
Stand back! Let's light it up! Why do they never miss?
What the fuck?
Get out of here! I'm going in!
नहीं 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 नहीं.
Daddy's adventure team. I
बाहर
have
आओ.
failed you.
ठीक है. हे भगवान, टीममेट्स के साथ दो पहले. टीममेट्स के साथ ही तो थी. आ गई बाहर. क्या चाहिए? सारा पानी वाला चलो भाई. यही करना है क्या? यही करना है? मैं हील नहीं ले रही हूँ. मैं यही से करूँगी, इससे ही करूँगी.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and
Wherever
pure,
in this world I
while water
roam,
from Liyue
I
has
carry
an
memories
enduring
of my home.
aftertaste. In Inazuma, the
ये भी खत्म.
Carving waves! Check this out! That's the light! Let the mountain veins boil! Faster! Surf's up! Going in! Let's light it up! Let's shred! Hear the echoes of the valley! Why do they never miss? It really hurts! Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Let the mountain veins boil! Action at the flame! Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Check this out! Let's light it up! Carving wave! Everybody stand back!
भगवान के नाम पे कुछ दे दे बाबा. मैं नहीं कर रही हूँ. सॉरी. मुझे ये चाहिए.
Bow your head.
क्या bow your head? गलती से लीव हो गया था नहीं ये अगर खेलूंगे ना मतलब कुछ मिलने वाला है नहीं मुझे समझे
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
मेरे को मार दो भाई मेरे कुछ अच्छा नहीं मिल रहा है मेरे को और तुम क्या कर रहे हो मतलब हद है आइस ले लो कोई Son of God अच्छी डोमेन है मिल क्या रहा है टट्टी
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
एक्सरसाइज करना पड़ेगा कल से मैं एक्सरसाइज स्टार्ट करूंगी फिर से ओवर पावर स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉक्स में फेंक देना मतलब ये क्या मिला भाई ये है पीस पहले से मेरे पास एक लास्ट हो सकता है कटन एक यही लास्ट हो सकता है टट्टी मिलेगा फिर से Hi.
Hey, come on now. Let's shred,
I hear new strategy, children.
Check this out. Light it up. Carving wave. Let's light it up. Action epic wave.
Adventure time.
Yeah, let's ride. Amazing.
Need a surfboard?
अबे घूम जा माउस के बच्चे
Watch the surfboard.
घूम जा माउस के बच्चे and one bite and it's dead
Need a surfboard? Off we go.
मजा आ रहा है बट मतलब मेरे पास और मजा आने का कोई भी वो नहीं है I don't have. मुझे ये चाहिए.
See that? Where did it strike?
I need this. I need this. इधर जाना है मेरे को. एक क्राफ्ट कर सकते हो ना? एक ही क्राफ्ट कर सकते हो. और I need this. ठीक है. बाकी लोगों का क्या-क्या बाकी है देखते हैं.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
हे भगवान. इसको 60 बनाना बहुत मुश्किल है. इसका भी देखते क्या-क्या चाहिए होगा.
Benny's adventure team,
ओ
assemble!
भाई. मार दो मेरे को, मार दो भाई. 6 12 चाहिए मेरे को. क्या करना है? ले ले. क्या ले लूं? टट्टी को स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉक्स में फेंक देना. स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉक्स क्या होता है? स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉक्स क्या होता है? स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉक्स क्या होता है? अच्छा मुझे ये बताओ कि ये क्या चीज है? इसमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? है ना?
There's fire in your soul, you gotta rock and roll. Ever tried chasing waves
let's
before?
get moving.
You wanna try? Well,
Cannot be done in coop
no
up
time
mode.
like the present.
ये
I'll help you
आज
find
मैं
the closest
कंप्लीट करूंगी. ये कर सकते हैं क्या? Cannot complete in coop up mode. Can't do it in coop up mode. Uh-oh. चले गया यहाँ पर.
Pyrotechnics. Chill out.
मैं ओ ये क्या? ये कहाँ से आ गया भाई? और क्यों आया भाई? भाई ये लोग कहाँ से आ गया? कौन लाया इनको? किसने लाया इनको? मुंह में लानी, मुंह लानी, मुंह लानी. अरे भैंस की टैट. पागल हो तुम लोग. जाना किधर है? यहाँ पर कुछ चमक रहा है बट है कहाँ पे वो चमकदार चीज?
Off we go.
कहीं दिख रहा है क्या? मैं चली शुभम के पीछे पीछे. तुम लोग कहाँ चले? ए ये क्या है? ए शुभम इधर आना. अरे मैं नहीं तोड़ पा रही हूँ. इधर आ.
I told you today's our lucky
कुछ भी नहीं
day.
था. टट्टी था वो. ये लोग क्या कर रहा है? किसको मार रहा है? देखो तो इधर आ जा।
Got your back.
मेरे साथ क्यों होता है ये सारी चीज?
Into the shadows.
I told you today's our lucky day.
Really? You say it lucky? अच्छा मेरा हेल्थ क्यों गया बे?
Follow the wind.
Need a surfboard?
हील करना मेरे को।
Wind strider.
चला गया वो कहाँ पर? मत करना हील। हील कर दो ना मुझे कोई। हम क्या कर रहे हैं? ये डूब गया। मैं चली सोने। कहाँ ये पटाखा फोड़ रहा है?
Need a surfboard? Off we go. Off we go.
बचाओ।
Need a surfboard?
अगर मैं मरी ना मैं मार डालूंगी तेरे को। खत्म है।
What kind of guide falls behind?
What the fuck?
Off we go.
नहीं हो पा रहा है, छोड़ो। आई आई भाई रुको।
I told you today's our lucky day. Need a surfboard?
क्या चाहिए?
Allow me.
क्या करना है?
Let's move out. Off we go.
अच्छा ये सारे वहां पर लाना पड़ता है। अब क्या करना है? अब क्या करूं? भाई डिस्कॉर्ड है किस लिए? नहीं कुछ नहीं हुआ। इससे अच्छा सो जाओ। क्या होगा? यहाँ पर कुछ हुआ ही नहीं। मुझे तो कुछ दिखा ही नहीं कुछ हुआ। यहाँ पर ले जा, चीट मिलेगी, चेस्ट मिलेगी। बक 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 बक, इसको मारो रे, इसको मारो मारो, इसको मारो। चलो यहाँ से। अच्छा ये क्या करना है? अच्छा ये सारा क्विज करना है ना? ये क्या क्विज दिखा रहा है भाई? ये भी क्विज कंप्लीट करना है, ठीक है। चलो अभी के लिए इतना ही भाई, मैं थोड़ा नींद में हूँ, मुझे दवाई खाना है, दवाई खा के थोड़ा सोना है। चलो मैं जल्दी। हाँ अरे कहाँ मार रहे हो भाई?
Adorn my night.
मर गया मर गया मर गया। और भी कीमा बनानी है क्या उसका?
Into the shadows.
क्या यार ये बार बार क्यों आ रहा है?
I told you today's our lucky day.
अच्छा ये बात है।
Need a surfboard? Let's ride. The best stuff's always at the bottom.
उंगलियां इकट्ठी करनी है, ये सब नहीं। ओए देखो सॉन ऑफ गॉड का फाइट ले रहा है।
Need a surfboard? The best stuff's always at the bottom.
ये सब इकट्ठा नहीं करना है, मुझे उंगलियां इकट्ठी करनी है, उंगलियां।
Off we go.
Shoot on sight.
अयो
Let's ride. Yeah. Hey, come on now. Let this wave. Perfect wave. Amazing.
The birds call. Wind strike.
Need a surfboard? The best stuff's always at the bottom. Off we go.
पी का ऑप्शन ही क्यों नहीं आ रहा है? करना क्या है? अच्छा यहाँ पर डालना है, समझ गई, बट आई एम लेट। रुको आ रही हूँ फिर से।
Need a surfboard?
हो कहाँ पे तुम लोग? छोड़ो, मैं ना चलती हूँ, बाद में खेलते हैं, थोड़ी देर में खेल रही हूँ। चलो मैं चलती हूँ, ठीक है, हो गया आज के दिन।